Welcome to the last episode of Season 4 of Welcome to My Home. This time we look at the southernmost part left of the Rhine. Welcome to my home. This so-called railway settlement, or Eisenbahnsiedlung as it's called in German, is located in the southwest of the city of Duisburg and is therefore the southernmost part of the Friemersheim district. It's also the southernmost point of Duisburg east of the Rhine, and it was built between 1912 and 1913. It was built because of one of the largest shunting yards in Germany, if not Europe, that was located nearby. At the time, cheap apartments were to be created for workers close to the workplaces. And here you can see the result. The biggest attraction to this day in this part of Duisburg is the double water tower that you can see here. A few years ago, the German channel RTL2 broadcasted some episodes of a series called Harz und Herzlich, which was about people living at the absolute minimum of income. It was filmed, among other places, right here. And of course, you cannot miss a memorial of the Second World War. Once we move slowly further northeast, we will find the old village of Friemersheim. Here we find an absolutely rural atmosphere, not only because of the historical buildings, but also because of the old church. Mentioned for the first time in 1147, this church turned Protestant in 1560. This church and the surrounding Rhine floodplain invite you to take a stroll. On our way further north, we pass Wertscherhof, with its old historic 8-sided tower, the only thing remaining from the old castle lying here. And even further northeast, we come to the easternmost part of Friemersheim, Bliersheim. Until the beginning of the last century, a small village with over 2,000 inhabitants was found here. But this village had to give way to the steel industry, and therefore villas were built for the management team. The Bliersheim Casino is also a permanent witness of this time. Today, these villas no longer have any relation to the steel industry, but are contemporary witnesses of the industrial heyday of the steel industry here in Duisburg. Now these villas, which had up to 7 rooms, are used privately. And there is a giant beer garden in the center. And sometimes you catch a little glimpse of some amazing cars down here. So before we finish this video, we visited an old friend that is located quite close here, one that I always saw as some kind of trademark for my hometown. This old railway bridge tower. Now, it obviously has been sold and the owner is now converting it to some kind of hotel, or at a certain point there are supposed to be guests sleeping here. And the fastest way to get to Friemersheim, or to the western part of Duisburg, is through one of the bridges, and one of the most famous ones, the most historical, important ones, is the Bridge of Solidarity, Brücke der Solidarität. Here many steelworkers protested against the sale or closing of many places in the steel industry back in the 80s. As a little Christmas present, you will now be able to see the intro for 2022. Hope you enjoy. So, since this is the last video of 2021 and the last video of Season 4 of Welcome to My Home, there's nothing left to say except Catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching. Talk Tom signing off.